And we are at halftime here at Aces Field, Hicksville Stadium. Counting down the last 3 minutes. And, well, we'll see if they add any extra time after that expires. The 20 minutes on the halftime clock. In case you are just joining us, number one, shame on you. You should have been with us from the very beginning. You missed a good first half of football and a pretty terrific halftime show. But in all seriousness, if you are just joining us, first off, thanks for being a part of our live stream coverage here on the Hicksville Community Television HIX-TV YouTube channel. 2:35 left to go. And at halftime, it's the visiting Patrick Henry Patriots doing a number on the Aces. 21-8 the score. Aces trailing by 13 as we move into the final 24 minutes of varsity football action on this Friday night. My name's Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. Glad to be here with you. Glad to have you with us. Chris Warner is with me tonight as well, running the iPad Pro camera as the teams of the Patriots back out on the field. As you can see, they're starting to warm up. I don't see the Aces yet. And the officials out there. Again, this has been a very well-played football game. In the course of the first half, I think that I don't even think there was a half a dozen, like 3 or 4 infractions. There was the only really big one was we had the pass interference against Patrick Henry that gave the Aces a good first down. And aside from that, I think the Aces were guilty of a couple of infractions, a couple of encroachment calls, false start for the Patriots. I think that was it. I think the Patriots had the false start and the pass interference and the 2 offsides or encroachment from the Aces. But aside from that, the real big statistic in the first half that has resulted probably more than anything in the 21-8 score on the scoreboard, and that's the Aces turning the ball over twice. And one of those turnovers did result in a touchdown for the Patriots. And the second turnover, Patrick Henry didn't get any points off of that turnover, but they did stop an Aces drive that was first and goal and prevented the Aces from being able to put 6, 7, or 8 more points on the scoreboard before halftime to make it a little bit of a closer game. So the turnovers have been the bugaboo for the Aces here tonight, and we'll see how things go when we get the second half of action underway here shortly. Again, this is week number 1 of the high school football campaign, and nice to have a home opener this year. 1 week from today, we will be on the road heading down south to Convoy, Ohio for Crestview High School, hosting the Aces, Crestview Knights. And we're going to keep our fingers crossed. We are planning on going down to cover the game and live stream it for you again here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. But that's one of those games where we got to kind of put the asterisk next to our planned coverage because they do not have room for us in the press box down at Convoy. Crestview has a family that they're doing a fundraiser for, so one of the things that they've done is they auctioned off some of the space in the press box to help benefit this family in need. So we're going to be up on the roof, which we've been up there before. Don't get me wrong. They have a small press box to begin with, but so we're going to be up on the roof, and that's why we put the asterisk, because should there be inclement weather next week on Friday, we're not allowed to be up there. If it's really, really windy, if we have heavy gale, thunderstorms, things along those lines, we're not allowed to be up there. So we will see, and it's probably just as well because the iPad's not waterproof. But if it's moderate or depending, we got an umbrella, we got some plastic sheets or something. And this I think might be Christopher's last night helping out with the camera because he may be going back into the band and is I'm not going to get a bit of a hiccup, and you thought you were going to be marching tonight but not able to. So hopefully they'll have all that resolved, and Christopher will be down on the field with the rest of his bandmates for the remainder of the season starting next Friday. But we appreciate him being up here tonight. That way he at least gets to spend one time, and he'll probably be with us a few times over the course of the volleyball season helping out as well. So, and some of the fair coverage coming up too. And speaking of which, just a quick reminder, if you do not know, Tomorrow is the opening day of the 2021 Defiance County Fair. And again, the fair is fully opened as well. And just like the football game here tonight, they have no limits on attendance. And again, they just ask people to be smart and take the necessary steps to keep themselves and others safe if you're heading out to the fair. And we've got a lot of fair coverage that we'll be starting up with next Sunday, this Sunday. We'll have, we've been asked by the Junior Fair Board to live stream some of their livestock shows. And we're also going to be doing some coverage of the grandstand events. And might just even be live streaming some of those too. So it'll be kind of cool. So we're looking forward to that. And also on Sunday, the new annex at Hicksville schools with the new gymnasiums and the new classrooms, the new weight room and all that sort of stuff. They're having a ribbon cutting ceremony for that at 1:45 Sunday. And that'll be followed by an open house from 2 until 4. And Christopher and I are planning on being out there, too, so we'll bring you the ribbon-cutting ceremony and maybe walk around and show you the inside of the new annex a little bit. At least that's our plan right now. All right, ready to get back into action. It's 21-8 Patrick Henry, and they will be getting the ball to start the second half. Low kick and whistles everywhere. So we'll see what happens with that. Lausanne leading Fairview 33-0 at halftime. So the Aces are not the only GMC team with a little bit of woes going on this opening Friday. Again, glad to have you here with us. Big thank you to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships underwriting our coverage once again this football season. I want to thank them so very much. All right, here we go, take two. Another low liner squib kick, scooped up. Number 21 makes the grab for the Patriots. Battling his way to the 45-yard line, still on his feet across the 45. And that is Houston Miranda making the grab. Miranda's going to get him out to about the 47-yard line. Good field position for the Patriots to start this drive. Takes 8 seconds off the third quarter clock, 11:52 to go, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line for the Patrick Henry Patriots. Not shy about using the volume, the coaches next door to us. All right, here we go. Patriots get the snap. Quick hitter that's caught, number 17, Braden Hall. Hall still on his feet. Hall breaks into the clear. Across the 20, 10, 5, and they're going to get him out. I don't know if he made it in. He was trying to hold the ball out to break the plane, but I think they're going to say he was out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. Hall with a great run for the Patriots, and they pick up right where they left off before halftime. And they're going to be knocking on the Aces' door again with another 1st and goal from inside the 10-yard line. Inside the 5-yard line. Looks like they're going to put the ball down at about the 3. I take that back. They're going to be down at about the ball is actually sitting right between the 1 and the 2-yard marker. So a long 1st and goal for the Patrick Henry Patriots. Quick handoff right up the middle, and turned back is Kistner. Kistner tried to bang it in from 1.5 yards out, and he got turned back. And it looks like he might have lost a little bit. It looks like they put him back to about the 3-yard line. So Kistner gets hit for a 1.5-yard loss. That'll move the ball back to the 3rd-yard line, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another handoff, and again, that's Kistner. Kistner working his way forward, and I think he's in. And he is. Touchdown, Patrick Henry, as Noah Kistner carries it in from 3 yards out for the score, and that'll make it 27-8 with the extra point pending to put the Aces down by all your fingers and all your toes, 20. Kick is up. Kick is good. 28-8 the score now. As Patrick Henry doesn't waste time, and in less than a minute, they bang another one into the end zone to go up by 20. So the Aces will get the ball back and get ready to get back on offense for the first time here in the second half, but they'll be doing that again, kind of behind the 8 ball, down by 20. 3 scores. As they'll get ready to get the kickoff from the Patriots. Again, Bill Inselman, head coach for the Patrick Henry Patriots. He's got his team in fine shape for tonight's game. Lucas Smith, of course, head coach for the Aces. Coach Smith, no slouch either. So we'll see how things go here. The second half of our action tonight. As again, glad to have everybody out here. Glad to have a good crowd in person, and we hope that we will see you out here at Aces Field before the season is done. High kick. Caught back at about the 17-yard line. Out to the 30. Maybe the 31 before they turn him around and move him backwards. We'll see how much forward progress they give him. Looks like they're going to put the nose of the football right there on the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 Aces from their own 30-yard line as they go on offense for the first time in the second half here tonight. Officiating crew doing a good job this evening. Klima, ball in the air, and that's over the head of Bergman and out of bounds, incomplete. I'll make it 2nd and 10. Patrick Henry, of course, if you're not familiar, is from Hamler, Ohio, which is a community, nice place over in Henry County. So, had a little bit of a ride over here, but like I said, I'm not sure if this is the first time the Aces have played them, but it's the first time in about 10 years, during the regular season at least. Catch and run, and just shy of the first down marker, brought down at about the 39-yard line. So 3rd and 1 now for the Aces. And slips in the backfield. It was a direct snap to Bergman. Bergman went to turn the corner, and he slips and falls in the backfield. That'll be a loss of about 3. And that's going to make it 4th and 4, as that'll move the ball all the way back to the 37-yard line. 4th and 3, and Bergman's going to drop back to punt. Snap. Ball in the air. And caught, and a fair catch at the 30-yard line. And that was caught by Brock Behrman. So Behrman fair catches the ball at the 29-yard line is where they're going to mark it officially. 9:44 to go in the third quarter. And Patrick Henry back on offense, leading by 20. 28-8 our score here at Aces Field. Meyer going over to check something from the coach on the sideline and quickly back into the huddle. Their quarterback, Nash Myers, just a sophomore. 6'2". And call that one, and that'll be a false start. That'll back them up 5. Aces will take it, make it a 1st and 15, and move them back to the 24-yard line. So I was saying, yeah, Nash Myers, their quarterback, 6'2" and 190 pounds, and just a sophomore. Powering ahead. So Johnson will pick up 4 of the 5 that they lost on the penalty to make it 2nd and 11. Oh, I take that back. They're back to the 30-yard line, so he picked up 6. And he marked him down at the 30, so it's a gain of 6 to make it 2nd and 9. Ball snapped, and they bunch him up quickly and run him back. He got back to the 30-yard line, and that was it. So no gain on that one, and that'll bring up 4, or make that 3rd down and 9. Myers just, nothing happened there. So 3rd and 9 now. The Aces looking for the stop here to get the ball back. Got to get out to the 39-yard line to move the chains. Meyer working out of the shotgun, gets the snap, and another false start. That'll back him up 5 more, so it'll be 3rd and 14. So 2 false starts. This offensive stanza for the Patrick Henry Patriots. And sort of tempering their momentum. Get ready to get back in action. I want to say a quick thank you, too, to Jeff Haught, Paul Overmeyer, the 2 athletic directors here at Hicksville. Appreciate all of their help today. Meyer drops back, puts his shoulder into that one, and airs it out big time. He overthrew everybody by a good 10 yards. That'll bring up 4th down, and the Aces managed to hold him on the Patrick Henry side of the field. That's good, too. But, yeah, this is week number 1, and for the first game, there's always these little things. And we said Jeff Haught stopped by our studios a little earlier today to make sure that we had everything that we needed for our live stream tonight. And got to hear Mr. Overmeyer had our section, our little room here in the press box all set up and ready to go for us. We really appreciate them and all they do for us, not only during the football season, but all throughout the entire school year. Gets his leg into it, and that's quite the kick, and it's a high hop, and it's off of, all right, it was off of Baird, and it bounced in front of him, and fortunately Kyler able to dive on it, downing the ball at about the 40-yard line. That could have been a disaster if it had falling into the hands of one of the Patriots. So it'll be the Aces ball, 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line with 7:47 to go in quarter number 3. So Klima puts a man in motion, high snap, handoff, and taken down in the backfield for a loss is Baird. Patriots sniffed that one out, and they dropped Kyler Baird back at about the 36-yard line. 37 is where they're going to mark him. Loss of 3, so it'll be 2nd and 13. Klima drops back, puts it in the air again, and off the hands and out of bounds, incomplete. Intended receiver number 13, Brody Balzer, and Balzer not able to haul that one in, and he gets taken out of bounds before he gets the ball under control, and that'll make it 3rd down and 13. Klima dropping back, looking downfield. Klima hit before he can get the ball out of his hand, and he's taken down back at about the 27-yard line, it looks like. What a hit. Klima was getting ready to launch it downfield, and boom. He is on the turf. Big loss, and that'll bring out the punting unit. It'll be 4th down and about a 1/4 of a mile to go for the Aces. Jackson Bergman dropping back to punt. Deep man dropping back to about the 40-yard line. Bergman puts his foot into it. It's going to come down, and the Patriots are just going to let it roll. Aces will down it at about the 28, 29-yard line, and that's where Patrick Henry will take over, 1st and 10. Patriots not worrying too much about returning the kicks or the punts. They're up by 20, so if they put together a nice long drive and move it down the field, great. They burn off a lot of clock, and that works to their advantage. And even if they don't, they can still kick it away, hopefully pin the Aces deep. And so far, the Aces have just not been able to get much going offensively, so the Patriots in a good place right now. Aces defense set. Man in motion for Patrick Henry. Quick handoff. They're going to keep it on the ground. Keep that clock rolling. And that was number 5, Landon Johnson with the carry. And he'll pick up about 4 or 5 yards. They're going to put the ball down at the 34-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and about 5. Meyer brings in the play from the sideline. Clock running. 5:35 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Again, the Aces down by 20 to the Patrick Henry Patriots, 28-20. Here at Aces Field tonight. Bill and Chris, glad to have you with us. Our live stream coverage. Meyer looking downfield. Everybody covered pretty well, so he got what he could, and he's going to be dropped for a bit of a loss. That'll bring up 3rd down, and that'll make it 3rd and about 7, it looks like. So a 3rd and 7 for the Patriots. Clock continues to roll. So they're taking their time. They're letting the play clock roll down, because every second they use is 1 second less that the Aces have to work with to try to get themselves back into this football game. Aces down by 20. We heard Wasion was leading Fairview by over 30 at halftime.
33-0.
Meyer with the quarterback keeper works his way out to about the 41-yard line. Nash Meyer is going to move the chains for the Patriots as he picks up the yardage they require, and it'll be a fresh set of downs for Patrick Henry. They'll stop the clock momentarily while they move the chains, and they set down that back yard marker, and the clock fires up again. 4:20 and rolling. Nashmeyer gets the play on the sideline, brings it out to the huddle. Patriots break and approach the line of scrimmage. Here we go. Patrick Henry up by 20. Meyer with the snap. Meyer dropping back, looking downfield, puts the ball in the air, caught, and taken down almost immediately, but not before gaining about 8 yards. Well, maybe make that 7. They'll take it out to about the 48-yard line. They need to get to the 49 of Hicksville to move the chain, so that'll make it 2nd and 3. The 7-yard pickup. Again, Meyer will bring out the play from the sideline. Some of the lights starting to come on here inside the press box. We don't turn on the lights in here, though, because it makes it hard to see what's on the iPad screen with the reflection. Quick handoff. That's number 24 with the carry. He's got a first down and more. Churning those legs as he powers down. That's Dalton Geldy. He's only a freshman. Geldy getting down to about the 39-yard line, but a flag thrown near the end of the play, so we'll see what's up with that here. Got a flag down at about the 50-yard line, and there was another one thrown near the end of the play.
One was thrown mid.
So we could have a couple of different infractions. We'll see what's what. See if we're going to have offsetting ones that will just replay the down, or what's going to happen.
The first one was thrown as soon as the ball left from the throw.
So clock stopped with 3 minutes and 2 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And it looks like some conversations going on with some of the officials. The fellow standing with the ball at the 50-yard line like he's going to march things off. So it's going to be a hold against the Patriots and unsportsmanlike conduct against Hicksville. So they're marching off the 5. They marched off the yardage against Patrick Henry. Then they picked the ball up again, and then they marched off the yardage against Hicksville. And they put the ball down at the 45-yard line of the Aces, which will be enough for a Patrick Henry first down. So I'm guessing that the hold that took place while the play was active, and then the unsportsmanlike was after the play ended. That's why they marched off the yardage and then marched off the other yardage, which, quite honestly, is something you don't see happen very often. But there we go. Meyer gets the snap. Meyer puts the ball in the air. Caught. Powering his way up the sideline and diving across past the first down marker to move the chains. That was number 13, Ryan Kurtz, for Patrick Henry. Will get him a fresh set of downs and move the ball down to the Aces' 35-yard line. That young man was doing everything he could to get past that first down marker and move the chains after he had the ball in his hands. Closing out the third quarter, we've got about 2 minutes, 20 seconds, clock rolling. Patriots breaking huddle. Moving into Aces territory and threatening a little bit again. Meyer, another handoff. That's to Kistner. And Kistner looks like he might have got 2 or 3 yards. See where they mark him down. Looks like they might only be giving him a single yard. So Kistner only picks up a yard on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Patrick Henry. Again, they lead by 20. It's 28-8 the score. Ace is looking to put a stop on him, get the ball back, because they got a lot of ground to try to cover to get back into this football game. Meyer gets the snap in the air. He got a man open again, caught and brought down near the 5-yard line. A great catch by Aiden Behrman. So Nash Meyer to Aiden Behrman, and it's going to be another 1st and goal for the Patriots. at about the Aces 5-yard line. We'll see where they mark it officially. Yep, at the 5. First and goal with 1:15 to go in the quarter. Clock's rolling. Nashmeyer bringing in the play from the sideline. He shares that with his teammates. They break huddle. And with under a minute to go in the third quarter, the Patriots looking to see if they can punch one more in to head into the fourth quarter. Handoff. And it's a fumble, and I think the Aces got it. Noah Kistner, I think, coughed it up. And the Aces falling on the ball, so that's the first turnover in the Aces' favor tonight. With 41 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And it looks like it was right at about the 5-6 yard line. So the handoff to Kistner, and he got hit just right. The ball popped out. And one of the Aces defenders falling on it for the Aces' first turnover of the night. They needed something to get a little momentum on their side. We'll see how things go. Klima standing right there near his end line. Klima spins around. He needs to get out of there. Klima keeps the ball himself, powers forward, and he's going to get out near the 10-yard line, and they'll bring him down there. You always get nervous when the quarterback starts scrambling back there right along the goal line. But Aaron Klima did a good job, got it out to the 10-yard line, got the Aces a little breathing room. And with 15 seconds to go in the quarter, Aces still deep in their own territory, but they've got the ball, and they remain on offense, 2nd and 7. Klima going to get one more off before the quarter ends. Caught by Bergman. Bergman at the 20-yard line. Jackson Bergman dives ahead out towards the 25. It looks like he's going to be marked down at like the 23, 24-yard line. That'll be good for a first down, and that'll end quarter number 3. We've played 3 here at Aces Field, and at the end of the third quarter, it's the visiting Patrick Henry Patriots leading the homestanding Aces 28-20. Our score after 3. Get that in focus there, Christopher. There we go. All right, we got a little time here between quarters. We'll get it off the scoreboard so we can stay in focus, and we'll take some time to say a big thank you once again to our football broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, the Jim Schmidt Truck Lot, and of course online at jimschmidtauto.com. Can't thank the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships enough. It's been over 10 years. I think this is the start of the 11th year that they have been underwriting our Hicksville high school and junior high sports coverage here on HIX-TV. We cannot thank them enough. And we hope that you will do the same. Remember, anytime that you see Aces sports action on Hicksville Community Television, if it's on the HIX-TV YouTube channel like you're watching right now, or if it's, on the Facebook page, video on demand on the YouTube channel, Mediacom Channel 12, or any of the other outlets, they're the ones that help make it possible. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick and Jim Schmidt Ford, or online. We can check out the complete dealer inventory. You can schedule service appointments. You can ask them questions about anything. Check in with a salesperson if you want. Whatever you want to do, it's all there waiting for you at jimschmidtauto.com. And again, we want to thank them so very much for their continued support of Hicksville Community Television and underwriting our sports broadcasts again for this school year. Klima dropping back as we start the fourth quarter. He launches it, and that one just kind of floated a little bit, and it was well beyond the reach of his intended receiver, who was, again, Kyler Baird, number 11. So that'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Aces. Ball at the 20-yard line. And again, underway in the fourth and final quarter tonight. Clock stops on the incomplete pass with 11:54 to go. Klima Again, launching it, and there's nobody there wearing a red jersey. So I think that was a miscommunication. It looked like Brody Balzer was expecting Klima to throw when he turned left, and looked like Klima was thinking that Balzer was going to turn right or something like that. But it was Patrick Henry Patriot was the closest player. And fortunately, it sailed out of bounds, so it wouldn't have made any difference. But it does bring up 4th and 7 now for the Aces. Down by 20. We'll see what the decision is. Klima's going to go back behind the center, so the Aces are going to go for it on 4th and long. Klima rolling out, backing up, looking downfield, needs to get rid of it. And it's going to be loose on the ground, and the Aces are going to fall on it, but that'll be all for naught because that's the spot that it'll be taken over on downs by the Patrick Henry Patriots. So they're going to have great field position to start this offensive drive inside the 15-yard line. Klima just not able to get it away. So it'll be first and 10, for Patrick Henry from the Aces 19-yard line after the misfire. I thought it was 4th down. Evidently it wasn't, so they're going to let him punt. And not the best punts, but so that'll be the 37-yard line. I could have sworn that was 4th down.
It said 4th and 7 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it said 4th and 7 on the scoreboard and everything, but I guess we were wrong. So that was only 3rd down, so they were able to punt it away. And that moves the ball back to the 37-yard line, but still good field possession for Patrick Henry. So the Patriots 37 yards away. They're up by 20, 28-8, 10:55 to go in the contest. Snap, dropping back, ball in the air, bobbled. I don't know if they're going to say nope, incomplete. I think that was number 5, Landon Johnson, trying to make the catch, and again, bobbling it, not able to get it under control, so that'll make it 2nd and 10, and it'll stop the clock with 10:49 to go on the incomplete pass. So the Patriots will come back up to the line of scrimmage to give it another crack here on 2nd down. Meyer with the snap, dropping back. Meyer puts the ball in the air, caught. That time, Johnson makes the grab, and he'll take it out of bounds right at about the 30-yard line, a pickup of 7. That'll make it 3rd down and about 3. So the Patriots now with a 3rd and 3. And again, they'll stop the clock going out of bounds with 10:43 to go in the game. Meyer will run in the play from the sideline. Nashmeyer taking his time. High snap, but Meyer's going to hang on to it, dive forward, and he'll get down to about the 29-yard line. I think he's going to be about a yard short. Looks like he picked up 2, needed 3. So 4th down for the Patriots. Clock running with 10:19 and counting. And we'll see what Patrick Henry wants to do there at the Aces 29-yard line. They got 2 yards to go to get a fresh set of downs. I don't know what kind of leg their field goal kicker might have. Marino's been doing pretty good kicking the extra points, but that's not like 35, 40 yards away. And a timeout called by the Patrick Henry Patriots. as the cheerleaders and the sousaphone players get going and doing a little craziness over on the far side of the field. Looks like got the drum line out there too, and different people in the band having some fun. Right now up by 20 points, so a win tonight will make that bus ride back to Hamler and Henry County a little less tedious, I'm sure, for the Patrick Henry faithful. Of course, the Aces never one to give up or stop trying. And they still have just under 10 minutes to work with. But right now we're waiting to see what the decision is going to be from the Patrick Henry Patriots. They've got a 4th and 2 from the Aces' 29-yard line. They need to get 2 yards to pick up a fresh set of downs. If they go for it and don't make it, they'll turn the ball over to Hicksville, but they'll do that deep on the Aces side of the field. But they're up by 20. They could kick it and try to pin them deep. It looks like they are going to go for it. Nashmeyer, their sophomore quarterback, gets the snap. Quick toss. Kistner makes the grab. Kistner's going to be dropped a little behind the line of scrimmage, so the Aces are going to come out a little bit ahead, and they're going to take over on downs at about their own 32-yard line, it looks like. Maybe the 33. So why not? That's almost as good as a punt, you know, so Hicksville will get the ball back. They'll go back on offense. It'll be 1st and 10 Aces from their own 32-yard line, looking at a 20-point deficit here in the 4th quarter of week number 1. Aces break huddle. And we'll see what they can come up with. Klima still in at quarterback. Doing a good job tonight. Just haven't had many breaks go his way. Klima gets the snap. Klima puts the ball in the air, and it's behind the intended receiver and incomplete. Clock stops on the incomplete pass with 9 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. So here we go, 2nd and 10 for the Aces. Klima dropping back, again puts the ball in the air. This time it's caught. Bergman makes the grab. Bergman reverses the field. Gets around the corner. Jackson Bergman in onto the flat. 30-yard line. Jackson to the 20. They get knocked out of bounds inside the 20 at about the 19. Great catch and run by Jackson Bergman as the Aces back in business with a 1st and 10 at the Patrick Henry 19-yard line. 9:28 to go. Aces still have a lot of catching up to do, but you know what they say, longest journey begins with a single step, and there's one step in the right direction for Hicksville. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line of the Patriots. Klima puts a man in motion, drops back. Klima running, dumps it off, caught by Baird. Baird gets hit almost immediately, dives forward, and looks like he might have made it back to the original line of scrimmage. And it looks like the Aces are going to be looking at a 2nd and 10, maybe a 2nd and 11. Actually, they're going to say he lost 2 yards and went down at the 21, so it's 2nd and 12. Klima, quick hitter, and was that intercepted? Nope, trapped. Everybody kind of held their breath a little bit as the Patrick Henry defender dove for the ball. That was number 5, Landon Johnson, but the official with a good view of the play saying, nope, he trapped the ball. So it's an incomplete pass, and it'll be 3rd and 12 now for the Aces. They'll set the offense. Klima back in the shotgun. Klima dropping back. Ball in the air. And I think incomplete. Or did he catch it? It is complete. Yeah, he did catch it. All right. That was Baird making the grab at the 1 yard line and going out of bounds. I was leaning over, and the camera was actually in the way of my sight line, so I couldn't really see what was going on. So I couldn't tell. The one official was saying no, one said yes, the closer one said yes. And here we go. Trying to power it in from 1 yard out. No indication. It'll be second down and goal from inside the 1. Clock rolling, 8:35 and counting. Once again, diving forward, quarterback keeper from Klima. That one's good. Touchdown Aces makes it 28-14. And we'll see what the Aces want to do here for the PAT. And we'll see if they're going to go for 2 again. Or if they're going to try to kick it and just take the 1 point. We'll find out. They're down by 14 now. And it looks like they are going to go for it and attempt the 2-point conversion to make it a 12-point game. Quick handoff. Powering forward, and that'll be good. So the Aces successfully complete their second 2-point conversion of the night. And that'll make it 28-16 and cut the lead to 12. The Aces 2 touchdowns away from tying it up. A touchdown and a successful conversion afterwards, and another touchdown puts them in the lead. 8:23 to go, so we're not done with this game yet. 8:23 in the fourth quarter, and again with the touchdown and the successful 2-point conversion, it's now Patrick Henry 28 and the Aces 16. Glad to have you with us and hope you are enjoying the coverage tonight here on Hicksville Community Television. Our hopes are, again, of course, to bring you all 10 of the Aces regular season football games this season. We don't worry at all about being able to bring you all the games here at Aces Field, but depending on circumstances, sometimes we can run into a bit of a bugaboo at some of the away games. But like I said, we're going to keep our fingers crossed and keep that positive attitude. We're going to get all 10 games in for you this season. Aces will get ready to kick it off, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see onside type kick here. And it is a low one, bouncing down and bobbled but scooped up. 30-yard line, ahead to about the 32 or 33. That was number 10 with the return, Brock Behrman. So Behrman will get him out to the 33, where it'll be 1st and 10 Patrick Henry with 8:19 to go in the game. So the Patriots will break huddle, and we'll get ready to get back into action here. Here we go. Myers still in at quarterback. He's going to keep it himself, and straight up the middle he goes. That'll be a 1st down and more. Nash Meyer motors out to the 45-yard line before the Aces bring him down. That'll get the clock rolling, and that'll move the chains. Matter of fact, they're going to say the 46 is where his knee came down. So with 8 minutes to go, the Patriots get a 1st down off their first play from scrimmage and buy themselves a fresh set of downs. And again, they can take their time here. The clock is their friend, and they can use as much of it as they want. Patriots have 2 timeouts remaining. The Aces can stop the clock 3 times if they want or need to. Another keeper for Meyer as he powers forward again. And Nash gets across midfield and takes it down to the Aces' 48-yard line. So 2nd and 4 for the Patriots. Ball on the 48-yard line, of the Aces. Nashmeyer working out of the shotgun. Handoff. Nope, it keeps it himself again. And this time the Aces sniff it out, and they'll bring him down for about a 1-yard loss. That'll make it 3rd down and about 4 now. 3rd and 4 from the 49-yard line. But it keeps the clock rolling as we are closing in on 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter, just about to the halfway point of our final quarter here at Aces Field tonight. Patriots break huddle. Nash gets the snap. Going to air it out. Got a man open. Caught at the gallop. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Patrick Henry. Landon Johnson hauls it in and hauls himself down to the end zone. And that will make the score now 34-16. As they'll set up for the kick to see if the Patriots can go back up by 19. The kicker Marino gets it up, and it's looking good, and it is. He's been perfect tonight, 5 for 5. 35-16, a 19-point lead now for the Patrick Henry Patriots with 5:59 to go in our game here tonight. So the Aces will get ready to get the kickoff and the ball back. As Chris plays with the zoom function on the scoreboard, it's 35-16. Aces will huddle up. As the Aces will break huddle, the Patriots will come back out. And we'll put the camera back on the field where the interesting stuff is going on instead of focusing on the scoreboard. 35-16. Patrick Henry with the lead. They're getting ready to kick the ball off to Hicksville. Aces deep men back, standing at about the 15-yard line. And it's kind of a squibber. It's bouncing around, and the Aces miss it. And I think the Patriots get it back. And they do. Ouch. Recovery by number 2, Lincoln Krieger, as they squib it, and the Aces not able to fall on it. Ball out of there and goes more than 10 yards. So it's a live ball on the field, and Krieger falls on it. And just like that, the Patriots back on offense, and once again, great field position from the Aces' 29-yard line. Ouch. You take a little pull on the bottle to soda pop after that. Wet the whistle down a little bit. All right, here we go. Nashmeyer with the snap. Quick handoff to Kistner. And he powers down inside the 20-yard line. Noah Kistner. And I think that's going to be another first down for the Patriots to the 18-yard line. Yep, 18-yard line. move the chains. Another Patrick Henry first down. Play comes in from the sidelines. As again, Patrick Henry very relaxed, taking their time. They're not in any kind of a hurry-up mode. They'll let that clock keep rolling, and indeed it is. We're closing in on 5 minutes left to go in the game. Meyer takes the snap. Meyer hands it off. And that's Marino, and he's still on his feet, and he dives into the end zone. Ray Marino, touchdown Patriots. Marino motors it in from 18 yards out. And that'll make it 41-16. A 25-point lead pending the extra point attempt. So we'll see what they decide to do. Did they call timeout?
It's an official timeout.
Officials are.
One of them was waving it off, but the other ones were saying go.
So we'll see what they. Well, they haven't taken any points off the scoreboard, so it's still 41-16 right now. And here come the Patriots. Oh, they had an injury timeout. Okay, there was a Patriot who was down. He was down in the corner of the end zone where he's out of my sight line. I can't see the one little tiny corner of the end zone from our vantage point unless I lean way out, and I wasn't really leaning way out, so I didn't see him. So he's off the field and okay. That was Marino that got banged up a little bit. So they've got a different kicker in, number 17. And no doing there. That was Braden Hall filling in for their kicker, Ray Moreno. So that's the first extra point that they have missed tonight. It's a 25-point lead now for the Patriots, 41-16. And I'm sure Marino's probably not too upset. He doesn't get the point for the kick and the conversion, but he got 6 points for getting it in the end zone. So he had 5. So that's at least 11 points for the young man scored tonight. That's not too bad. Not a bad outing. 5:02 left in the game as the Patriots are going to get ready to kick it back to the Aces. Let's see if we have some continuous clock action coming up here. A running clock action. Aces down by 25. And Marino back out there to handle the kickoff. So that's good. Whatever was ailing him was something he was able to shake off pretty quick. Maybe just, sometimes you just get your helmet loose or have a shoe fall off or something like that. So here we go. Marino puts his foot into it. And it's a high kick caught. And out to about the 30-yard line where he's stopped with some authority. So that was Brant Langham with the return. And he got stopped cold right at the 30-yard line. 4:58 left in the game. Aces back on offense. Down by 25, 41-16 here in week number 1. And they break huddle and back onto the field they go. 1st and 10, Hicksville from their own 30-yard line. 4:58 to work with, down by 25. Not looking good for the Aces, but that's why we play the games. You never know. Quick handoff and a nice run up the middle. Balls are getting out close to first down yardage. And they're going to give him the 10 and move the chains. Clock is rolling. So the Aces rack up a first down. Move the ball out to the 41-yard line here in the fourth quarter. Klima gets the snap. Klima, another handoff, and this time it looks like about a half a yard loss. They might give him the 41-yard line. Now they're going to say no gain. So that'll make it 2nd and 10. Clock will continue to roll. Second and 10 for the Aces. Man in motion. Klima with the snap. Pitches it back. And they'll put the shoulder down. Brody Balzer out to the 40-yard line, which means a loss of a yard. 3rd and 11 coming up for the Aces now. I do want to say a quick thank you, too, for the thanks for the nice feedback and comments that we've been getting on the YouTube channel. We appreciate that an awful lot. And, of course, we'll put in a plug. You know, you can subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Klima puts the ball up. Oh! And no flag and incomplete. The intended receiver, Kyler Baird, he was wrapped up, but the defender timed it really well so that they did not draw the flag. That'll make it 4th and 11. And we don't have the running clock because they did stop the clock with the incomplete pass. I wasn't sure whether that kicks in at 25 or I don't know.
Seems like they change it every year.
So Bergman, high snap, manages to get it off. Caught at the 30-yard line, 31, fair catch. So that was Brock Berman for Patrick Henry making the fair catch at the 31-yard line. And with 2:58 to go in the game, the Patriots get the ball back, leading 41-16. And we're having a lot of the younger players coming out now. So we'll see their other quarterback for Patrick Henry is number 2, Lincoln Krieger, listed as a 6-foot freshman. So we'll see if he'll finish this game out. He wears number 2, and I do see him out on the field. So it looks like Krieger, or if it's Krieger, I apologize. But he'll be the quarterback to finish out the game for the Patriots. 2:58, and a lot of younger players for the Aces out there as well. Handoff, powering ahead, and down at about the 38, 39-yard line. That was number 20, which is Cody McCants with the carry, and he gets it out again to the 38-yard line, where it will be 2nd and about 3. Clock rolling. And the Patriots and the Aces pretty well acknowledging how this game is going to end up. And they'll let some of the younger players out on the field. They'll still play their hearts out, but it's a great way for them to get some good experience on the varsity field, get some varsity stats in a game that's already decided. Man in motion. Krieger gets the snap. Quick handoff up the middle, and a nice carry, a nice hole. He's off to the races, and they'll bring him down. That again was McCants. And he gets inside the 30-yard line. He goes out of bounds. For a minute there, I thought it was the football that was flying all loose, but it was the Aces defender's helmet that popped off. So ball at the 27-yard line now. First and 10 for the Patriots. Minute 45, the clock rolling. And again, the second team looking to see if maybe they can get some points on the scoreboard before the night is done. Lincoln Krieger working out of the shotgun. Only a freshman. And timeout on the field. Timeout on the field, Patrick Henry with a minute 20 to go in the game. (41-16). We'll be wrapping this one up shortly. For the post game, we'll quick wrap up. We'll look ahead to some of the things we've got coming up for you here on Hicksville Community Television. Coming up over the next few days. And then we'll head back to the barn. That's a saying. Christopher looking at me like, I don't live in a barn. I don't think, no, it's just a saying. Just a saying, Christopher.
I was thinking whatever you say.
Yeah. All right, back in action as we get ready to close this one out on a Friday night. Krieger out of the shotgun. Takes the knee. First down and 10, so he'll be able to take a knee a couple more times, and that should do it. Unless the Aces stop the clock, which they're not going to do. So they'll go to the victory formation once, maybe twice to call it a night. Little conversation between quarterback Krieger and the head official. Might be telling him to wait until they say snap the ball so they can use the maximum amount of time. And that one will be another knee in 33 seconds. And we'll see if that'll be enough. I think so. Both the teams are heading back to the sidelines. They'll get ready to march across at midfield and congratulate each other. We'll do a quick shot of the scoreboard. And then we'll pull away from that. Down to 14 seconds. And again, Coach Smith, Coach Inselman, leading the parade of players. They'll congratulate each other in midfield. And time expires. Your final score tonight, week number 1 of the high school football campaign. It's the Patrick Henry Patriots waylaying the Aces, 41-16, the final score. Aces started off well. They scored the first touchdown of the night, but they were not able to get back into the end zone until the second half. Patriots put 3 into the end zone in the first half, and were able to cap it off with a few more scores in half number 2. Not a lot of penalties tonight, but some turnover problems for the Aces. And when all is said and done, they'll start off the season with a no win and 1 loss record, 41-16. Next up for the Aces, they are on the road for week number 2. They'll be heading down to Convoy Crestview High School down in Convoy, Ohio. Take on the Crestview Knights. We're going to be going down there. We've got our reserved space on the roof of the press box. We're looking forward to it. It's always a good trip down there. A nice facility and great people that take care of us. And again, with their space problems, with again the benefit that they're having for one of the families down there, they really went the extra mile to provide us with the space so that we could be there to bring you the live stream coverage of the game for all you Aces fans next week. So we will look forward to that. Next up for us here on Hicksville Community Television, We're taking tomorrow off, but we'll be back in action on Sunday. We got a couple of live streams that'll be coming your way on Sunday. Christopher and I will be coming to you live from the ribbon cutting of the new annex at the Hicksville Schools Complex. The new gymnasiums, weight rooms, classrooms, whatever. The ribbon cutting at 1:45. And there's an open house from 2 till 4. So Christopher and I are hoping to be there to bring you the ribbon cutting and then maybe walk around a little bit and show you some of the new annex features on the live stream. We'll wrap that up, and then I think that we're going to be heading over to the Defiance County Fairgrounds to bring you another live stream that we're going to be doing to help out the Junior Fair Board. That'll be the swine show at the show arena, and that'll get started around 5 o'clock, and we're told to expect that to last probably somewhere 2 to 3 hours, but we'll see. Depends on how many swine are there, and I'm talking about the animals. So we'll look forward to that, and of course we'll have more live streaming coming up throughout Fair Week from both the Junior Fair side and on the Senior Fair side of things. And our next sports broadcast, our live stream, will be coming your way on Thursday, and that will be from Hicksville High School, as we will bring you the volleyball triple header, freshman, JV, and varsity, as the Lady Aces will be hosting the Wauseon Lady Indians. So we'll look forward to getting the volleyball season up and running next week as well. And our Wednesday live update, we're going to be over at the Industrial Park. We're being hosted by APT Manufacturing Solutions, and I think that's going to be about 3 o'clock, a little bit earlier than usual, but that fits in better with their schedule. So we'll be doing our live updates next week on Wednesday from APT Manufacturing Solutions, starting at about 3 o'clock. So we'll look forward to that as well. Hope you can join us. And again, you can subscribe or follow us on Facebook, whatever. Keep you up to date with all of the live streams coming up on our many platforms. And, of course, you can watch all of the rebroadcasts on Mediacom Channel 12. So with that, we want to say another big thank you. First off, to Misters Haught and Overmeyer, the athletic directors here at Hicksville. Again, helping us out, making us feel very welcome as always. And we're looking forward to working with both those fine guys for the 2021-2022 school year. Thanks also to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships here in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet, Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com, underwriting our football coverage this evening. Thanks to Christopher giving up his Friday night, helping me out running the iPad Pro camera. And thanks to all of you for joining by. I hope you enjoyed our coverage here tonight. We had a great time and looking forward to the remainder of the season. So with that, we are going to wrap it up for this evening. One last time, final score tonight, Patrick Henry Patriots beating the Aces in week number 1, 41-16 the final score. And again, for Chris Warner running the iPad Pro camera, I'm Bill Murphy for Hicksville Community Television, wishing you a good night and good sports.